Oh, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Indeed, thank you one and all for watching all these terrible videos and all this waffle over the past year or so. This is Christmas 2018 and this is a Hot Wheel video. As with all good Hot Wheel videos, we're going to start off looking at some of the main lines that I've been finding in the past few months. Now, I probably haven't shown any new cars since end of October or thereabouts. So, and I haven't got an awful lot of main lines that I have actually picked up in the UK, but these are they. So let's have a look. First up is this beautiful Ford Escort RS 1600 in this wonderful 50th year celebration Hot Wheel number Bilstein. Rather spectacular, actually. I know that a few of you out there have been hoarding these pieces, and fair enough if you do. I'm not sure exactly why you're going to hoard them, but I've got a couple here. Interesting wheel choice there. I really only picked this one up. It's the only 50th year celebration piece that I do actually have. Let's have a closer look. I do like this model, actually. It's probably one of my more favourite pieces from Hot Wheels at the moment. There's a number that I do like, but this is very nice in the main lines. Of course, originally released as the Fast and Furious. Fantastic. Great tempoing. 3 sides as well. Brilliant. I was very surprised to see this car. This is a new Batmobile. I believe this is from the A case or something like that, so it's quite a new piece. And also picked up, finally found this piece, the Groommobile. This was only very limited production, well, you know, box wise. I'm sure it'll be out again in the future, but I only saw it in one case, and I was very lucky to actually find it. Now, if you go online and look up Bare Metal, he's done the most amazing customization on this piece. Cool, that's wild. Now, this vehicle features in well, there we go, Illumination Universal Despicable Me Minion. Yes, it's the Minion machine, driven by Gru. It's fantastic, actually. I do like to collect film-orientated pieces. Very interesting. Look at all those engines back there, very random. I'd say engines, exhausts, I suppose. Jet exhausts. But there we go, there's the Groommobile. That's how you get in. There's a little door. Has got a couple of wheels on the base, though I don't think it's going to be particularly good down the tracks. Absolutely marvellous. Very very unusual little piece, that one. Does some good stuff though, look. Does some good skids. Woo! So there's the Groommobile. Big G on the side. Looking really cool, actually. I like that one. And this Batmobile. Let's get it out. Ooh. Now, this reminds me a lot of the old Matchbox Batmobile that they released a couple of years ago now. It's the only one I've ever seen. It was in silver or blue, funny enough. There she is. It's an interesting bat head on there. I suppose it's almost a character car, isn't it? As opposed to an actual Batmobile. Metal base, of course. And the rest of it's all plastic. But, you know, it's a Batmobile. It has to go in the Batmobile collection. They know. They just have to release Batmobile stuff and people are going to buy it, I suppose. Something different, isn't it? It's not bad. It's a suppose it's going to be good down the track. That's a good Batmobile track car. I'm not sure the actual thing of this. This is called a speed blur machine or something. Speed blur series. You can see it's an international card. You get these long cards coming in. They sit on the shelves in normally in Asda. You find them down the edge of the aisles. Not necessarily in the toy section. Let's have a look at this. The R34. I like the name of it. They called it the Guaczilla. I suppose it's guacamole. It looks a lot like guacamole. There's that green and black thing going on there. Mine's got some issues up front there. But there you go. It's an R34 Skyline. Well, it's not even called a Skyline anymore, is it? It's just called a Nissan GTR. Brilliant. Lacking somewhat in the rear end detail. Very odd. Nice front end though. Shame that mine's got a few issues. I suppose it adds to the character somewhat. Some burnt guacamole thing going on. Stick that in your chili con carne.
Unimog. I picked up this Hot Wheels Unimog 1300 yesterday in, let's see, where was it? Wilko's, £1.60. I thought about getting it before, and then I thought, okay, let's give it a go, because I think there's some potential there for some modifications on it. Anyway, so that's the box. So where's the model? Well, the model is here, and the interesting thing is that things aren't quite right. It's not to do with the decals, not to do with the paintwork or glazing, it's to do with the wheels, or the wheel. It's been dinged at some point in the production process. You can see it's splayed out, which is pretty disappointing. I mean, I know that the quality control on Hot Wheels models is at times a bit ropey, with things like the castings not being fixed down properly, or, you know, bodged riveting, or what do you want to call it, where you get compression of the casting, etc. But this is the first time I've ever had one where the wheel's been badly damaged like that. And I do have to say, I don't know how that manages to get past quality control, because it's pretty disappointing. I mean, it rolls. I'm not playing with it, obviously, but I mean, you know, if that was for a kid, if I was, you know, 6-year-old boy, I'd be a little bit miffed about that. But anyway, I suppose at the end of the day it doesn't matter too much, because I was probably going to change the wheels anyway, but because they are a little bit on the large side. Quite a nice style of wheel, but I think the reason why I picked this up is because it reminds me of a Surrey Council, Surrey Fire Service Unimog. I used to walk past in Woking when I was doing a job there recently. And it's the same sort of cab design, so maybe I might do something like that. Oh, there you go. I thought I'd just a little, not a moan, it's just a sort of observation, because at the end of the day I'm going to do something with it anyway. I'll probably take all this horrible graphics off as well. May leave the word Unimog on there. We shall see. So there you go. The Unimog with a funny wheel.
Something that probably won't crack. Found this. This has come in I believe the A case as well. Very limited piece. This is I suppose it's a little bit of a treasure. This is to commemorate Elon Musk's Tesla into orbit. So yes, this is floating around our planet right now. Very nicely done. See, it's got all the tampos up front there. and at the rear. And it's, ironically, this is a car that I didn't have any of. Could have bought it loads of times when it first came out. I think it came out in a green, metallic green and silver colours, but here we are. This is the one that floats around in space. 2008 Tesla Roadster. I don't think they make these anymore. Well, they probably do, but it's sort of based off of a Lotus, isn't it? That's marvellous. Here's a good one. Oh yes. There's not many that I was after. This was one of them. There was also the Unimog and the next one that I'm going to show you. So let's have a look at this first. This is the VW pickup. Here it is, Volkswagen 49 pickup. Based on a real car, believe it or not. So again, hats off to Hot Wheels. Here we go. Tyre shop, El Segundo, interesting. Now the real vehicle didn't have a flatbed quite as big as that. It was more moulded in. And I'm sure some customizers out there will be trying their best to recreate that. But for now, this is what Hot Wheels have given us. And I really like it, actually. It's something a little bit different, isn't it? You can imagine that, driving around 1949, doing all the dirty work in the VW factory. Lovely paint job as well. And those lights are actually tampoed on. I initially thought that somebody had been sitting there painting them on with a marker. But no, there they are. Very good looking. A little thing on the roof as well. Not sure what that is. But it's there. Wow. Like it. Also, it's got a little fuel tank in the back there. A little fuel canister. Marvellous. And there's how you get to the engine. That's great, isn't it? Really good. Lovely detail.
Well, I've received some items from K5. It's Chris, and very grateful too. And the first thing I'm going to look at is the Volkswagen Beetle pickup by Hot Wheels. I had absolutely no luck getting hold of any of the brand new Hot Wheels from this particular time period, whenever you're watching this. But I was intrigued by this one because it is based on a real vehicle. And I looked at it and thought, shame that wasn't a Matchbox model, because it has a very much Matchbox quality to it. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to Matchbox it, and I'm going to make it a pre-superfast. So imagine it as a Matchbox model from around about 1962, something like that. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. I'm going to fit it with pre-superfast wheels. Not an awful lot else to do it to, really. Haven't decided on the colour. So that's that. And then we have this Cavalier stroke Vectra from Matchbox, which dates from 1989 or thereabouts. No opening features, surprisingly, for this time period. This is based on it's a 2000 GSI 2000, which is like a sort of high-end sort of sports version, which all side skirts on it. So I'm going to work on this one. Don't know what yet I'm going to do with it, but it's going to be sorted. So I'm quite pleased to get that one, actually, and it was unexpected. A bit of a shadow there. Not sure what cable that's hanging over, sorry about it. But yes, I wasn't expecting that at all. So thank you very much, K5. A model that I've never possessed or ever had at any point. So nice to see. You just don't see them, actually. They don't turn up very often, so it's nice to see that one. And we're going to finish, although this wasn't, there was a couple of other models in the package. So these are the main ones of interest for me. This is, oh, keep it in the packaging. Too late. Oh look, here we go. So it's the Forza Motorsport 16 Ford GT race. Ford GT. Where's it gone? Well, it's under the packaging, because I opened it. Sacrilege to some, I'm sure, but I really don't see the point in having these and not looking at them. What's the point? So here we go. So it is, it's not metal on metal, which I'm sure the packaging did say it was. Yeah, it says metal on metal, which is actually a lie. Oh, No, it is metal. I beg your pardon. God, I was so sure that was plastic. That looks like plastic, doesn't it? It's metal on metal, of course it is, it's heavy. Right, and on sitting on real riders. So, nice to have this one. Thank you very much, K5. You picked this up in America for me. It was a special request. So, I sort of still owe him in a way for this, really. I did send him a trade box back. It's a very nice model. And I have actually ordered for myself for Christmas the version of this which is based on the real Le Mans racing car that Ford had entered with the Chip Ganassi team. So that's I'm going to be opening that tonight, actually, because we're having our Christmas in advance because we're going to my in-laws. So we're going to open up our presents to each other at home before we go to South Wales, which is where they are. So, there we go. A little set of beauties from Mr. K5. The other models were a Matchbox Ford Mustang from the mid-60s, which had been overpainted, and a Ford Galaxy, which was a Fire Chief model, which again Matchbox. So just to let you know what else is in the package. So thank you very much, and well, Christmas has probably gone past by the time you see this, but a happy Christmas. I hope you had a great Christmas, and happy 2019, happy hunting for your favourite diecasts. See ya.
And finally, for my mainline finds, it's the Quattro Sport. Wow, I've been looking forward to this one. Let's have a look at it. Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's quite small for a start. Probably is actually 1/64 scale, which is good. Whizzing round it. Not much on the top as far as tampos go, but it has these little engine openings here which allow the metal, the black interior to come through, which is a brilliant idea. Got good tampos up front. Nice all around the lights there. Really does look like an Audi Quattro. It's beautiful. Remember these cars when they were about, when they first came out in real life, and everybody wanted one. It was just the car, 4x4, furious power. What a beaut. Interesting windscreen action there. This is the sort of car that they might well put into the premium range, actually. Very good. I've got an idea. I'm going to show you some other Quattros quickly. Wow, that was quick. Right, so what have we got here then? A bunch of old Quattros. As you can see, our new Quattro is a little bit smaller than the older Quattro. There we go. Look at that. So this is a Matchbox piece. This is in 1/58 scale. It shows you some. There you go. So I'm going to say, I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say that this new Hot Wheel piece is around about 1/64, because 1/58 is pretty huge, really. But I've got a few to show you. Might as well. So we've got this Matchbox piece, which is really cool, and matching it nicely is a Maisto. There we go, a Maisto Audi Quattro. They don't make Maistos like they used to. Look at that, it's got an interior. But I do like that because it's the same scale, possibly even the same casting, which I always have my thoughts on. Look at that, it's just so exact. There we go, there's the Maisto. Another very nice hot Matchbox there, Matchbox International, I believe. It's got metal base. It's a Macau, actually, metal top. They've all got actually plastic base. No, metal base. And here I believe is the original Quattro from Matchbox. And there you go. I do like the Quattros. I'm actually quite liking this this new one from Hot Wheels a lot. Pretty cool. Yes, well, I've got a bit of a problem. I could do with a wheelchair. I'm having a problem getting around. My legs keep falling off, and yes, I'm feeling just not feeling myself lately.
Okay, I will see what I can do for you. First up, we have this.
Yes, this is the Maisto Fresh Metal from Poundland. So it's only £1. This is called the Power Cart. Interesting. Very interesting. It's got a screw-on base. Now this is amazing. Let's have a quick look at the back. Yes, we have all these lovely... you can make all these wonderful things at Maisto. Look at all that. Wow. Massive. But we've got one of these instead. Let's check it out. Let's see if this will be good for our patient to help him mobilise. Let's have a look. Hold on. There we go. Wow. This is very light, very lightweight, yes. It's got a basket up front there, so you can put your shopping in, sir. It's got a beast of an engine at the back there. Quite a lot of flashing on there as well, which kind of detracts from potential quality. But lots of lovely chrome. Loads of chrome, in fact. Lots of exhaust pipes, and I'm thinking this is a V6. 6 cylinders. Marvellous. Looks like a lawnmower, but I think actually this is a mobility scooter. So let's have a look and see how our patient will go with that. Okay, will he actually go on there? Oh, he's got trouble getting his feet in. He can stand on it, he can stand near it, but I don't think he's actually going to be able to go on it. We can hold on to the bars there, that's interesting. Awesome. Way! I don't think that's what Dr. Fly had in mind. But there we go. A racing mobility scooter. Quite interesting seat arrangement there. You ain't going to fall out of there. Certainly designed for this this guy's physique, though. Well, you do normally see people of a larger build in such a vehicle. Brilliant, though. I wonder if Mark Race Crews was asking me, so what is it? Well, it's called the Power Cart, and I'll add that to the Instagram so you can see it. I'll probably do that today. See, I don't think Mark's ever seen this one. Brilliant. Oh, don't kill the doctor. Okay, next up, for your delectation, we have this particular wheelchair. There it is, from Hotwheels, Aaron Wheels Fotheringham. He sounds like a nice chap. Looks like he does stunts in his wheelchair. Very cool. It's number 5 of 5. I'm guessing that this probably is in the same series as there's going to be like a skateboard, probably. Maybe, I don't know. Actually, ride-ons, it's probably these special little vehicles that they build to go with the minifigures. So let's see how this works out. This is awesome. This is the first time I've seen a wheelchair. Look at that. First time I've seen a wheelchair modelled in, basically in 3-inch die cast. Very cool. I got this, and not probably many of you are aware of what I do as a job, is I am a social care assistant. I help people with disabilities. It's my job to go around and make sure that they're having a good life. I've been doing that for about 20 years, so there you go. So it's quite appropriate as a piece for myself. And let's see if this guy can actually sit in there. Oh, look, this is perfect. Look at that, and there's room to spare. Now, apparently he's supposed to be able to cling on. He's probably not the best one to actually do the clinging. Yeah, there you go. Now, it's probably, Lego figures are probably better, but I don't have any Lego figures. I don't really collect Lego figures. As you can see, I've got a few figures there. None of them are Lego. And, of course, I've had those funny ones that you get from... Oh, there we go. Look at that. He does hold on. I think these are the actual figures that are designed, really, to go with this particular setup. Well, there you go. The Dr. Fly can actually hold on. He's doing all right. I wonder if there's anybody else. Oh, look at that. Look, look. Woohoo! Oh, my word. Look, let's get this guy. He's a werewolf. Let's see if he could do with a little bit of wheelchair action. One of these has got to go on, because I want to take some pictures of them going down slopes and stuff. So it's a nice piece, actually, from Hot Wheels. This one, it's got good wheels. I'm not too sure whether it's going to be good through the loops and the curves, but you never know. You never can tell with this sort of thing. It's got a good weight to it, so probably go downhill quite well. Ugh, hold on, Mr. Werewolf. It's mayhem at the surgery today. There we go. This one is just called Wheelie Chair. There we go, Wheelie Chair. At some more stuff I picked up in the States. Oh, I could have gone wild and bought the whole of this series. This is from the Eurospeed Car Culture series. Picked up a couple of these. Let's have a look at the whole set and kind of go through why I didn't get it. Now, already got one of those from a previous series, as I also got a very nice Mercedes-Benz, so I didn't really want to get those two. I know I've already got this one, but I didn't have this one. I had to go back and get this one. These were available in a Target near Clearwater. So if you're over there, well, they're probably all sold out by now. I did see that one. I wasn't too mad on the Porsche offering, to be fair. And I've got so many Porsches that I had to just left that behind, really, at the end of the day. But I did pick this one up and I had to get that one. So let's take a look at this Audi. This is number 5 of the 5. It's a brand new car casting, brand new for my collection. And actually I saw this on Alessio's channel, Alessio Diecast, and he actually portrayed it very, very well enough for me to actually think, oh, I better get one of those. So without further ado, I think I'm gonna have to crack open this piece. These Car Cultures are not available in the UK off the shelf or on the peg or whatever you want to call it. You can get them if you search online from Modelmatic. He seems to be doing everything right now, although you've got to be quick because he sells out very, very fast indeed. Metal base. I don't think this has been released at all before, so the special metal base may well only be available for a short while in this series. I can see it coming out with a plastic base. I don't see why not. It's quite a basic little model. The details are all there, although you could probably do better by buying a more expensive brand. These are still at $5.48, the same as all the other premium models. So this is basically a Hot Wheels premium casting. I've done a lovely job with that wing at the rear there. It's nice and heavy too. Wow. Cars Project, GT, number 10, emergency pulls. Nothing special on the base really. Rubber tyres. It's all going on.
Take that crazy rhythm.
From the States, and the one I'm absolutely screaming to open. This is the first car I bought while I was out there. On the second day I was there, we popped into a Target because we had to get some food, and of course guess where I've disappeared off to? The car aisle. Can't help myself. And oh, she's a stunner. I've got another version of this in silver. I don't have the Forza version, which is really beautiful. But I thought this was just shockingly cool in lime green. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it, and it's got the detailed grille up front, which is definitely a nice addition. Not wholly necessary, because the casting of the front grille is very good, but it's been done nonetheless for the premium model that this is. And it does look absolutely gorgeous. Wheels from the Forza Motorsport collection. There we go. Now we do see these in the UK in Smythes, so if you go to Smythes you may get lucky. You may find some of these funny old boxes actually. Not sure why they're packaged separately like this. Of course there's the Speedster, wouldn't see that for dust. There's the Ford GT race car, did see that. There's the one we've got. I saw the Pagani and I saw the Porsche. I thought the Porsche was a bit rough, to be fair. Again, I didn't pick up those ones. I just picked up the one that I really wanted from this series, and that is this. I was so lucky to find this. I believe I found this one in a Target. Just hanging there, looking good. And it was with all its friends except for that Porsche Speedster, and I guess I would have picked up the Speedster had I seen it, but I didn't. A very popular piece, obviously. I think I'm going to open this one up. Brilliant. I believe they normally save this packaging for their film culture, or whatever they call it, film series or something. See if it says on the back anything. Not really, no. But of course, as you all know, Forza is a game, highly enjoyed motor racing game. Let's open up and have a look. Crikey, these ones are a bit tricky to get out, to be fair, but we've got there in the end. Let's have a look. There's a lot of unnecessary packaging in this one, but I guess it kept it safe while it was in my luggage. Wow, that's got some weight to it. Of course, this one has appeared in the basic lineup. I don't recall seeing that spoiler up the front though, in the basics. But the overall top half of the car is very familiar. Look at all that detail. Again, this was the same price as the car culture models. And I guess in the UK, you're looking at paying £7 and up for that particular series. In America, They were like $5.49 or thereabouts. And basically you can buy Hot Wheel anywhere in America, same as in the UK. Anywhere that is, except for, I didn't see them in Hobby Lobby, funny enough. But then again, I guess that Hobby Lobby specialise in other castings. Johnny Lightning and Greenlight, to be precise. I'll get those, some M2 as well. But there's the base, it's all metal. It's all been redesigned for this particular rendition. And doesn't it look special? If I remember rightly, this whole front end is plastic on the, so all those lights are just clear with a clear grille. They've been tampoed nicely, or printed, whatever it is that they're using these days. It looks like some sort of printing method. And then everything's clear coated over the top to make a very, very durable piece. It's got rubber tyres, some quite ancient looking wheels. I guess the purists would like to probably strip the base off and give it some better wheels. Those wheels look alright though. They look alright for a Hot Wheel, it's not bad. It's got Goodyear on the tyres. But overall, a very authentic looking piece. Of course, it's got that great big Forza emblem on the bonnet there. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. It's not ideal. And again, it's on the sides. Doesn't detract too much from that M style paintwork on the side. So we've got some little badgings on there. Get your Forza badges, Goodyear, Bell. Some very familiar insignias. Lovely, wow, like moonstone, rhinestone paintwork. Brilliant. Just glistening away there. Beautiful. Lots of lovely additional details. It's the sort of thing that should you want to customize your basic mainline version, you could probably use this as a good indicator as to where all these little extra details should go. And overall, a stunner, absolutely stunning. Just love the way that front end looks. This is probably my favourite BMW of all time. I recall these racing around when I was a child, back in the well, I suppose it was the mid to late 70s. I do recall going to the shop and buying myself the Scale Electric version of this car. Now I wonder what happened to that. Who knows? But there you go. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous. Gorgeous even. And that sort of completes my little premiums that I picked up from the States of Hot Wheels.
Take that crazy rhythm.